Good morning, good morning, good morning, peoples. How y'all doing today? My goodness, we got a ton of you guys in here. First thing, already chit-chatting. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's have some fun today. Let's get some meet and greets out of the way. We got Tor Hill in the house. Good morning. Mr. Jim, Paul Voss, Susie, Photo Lady. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Daisy, how you doing, Daisy Jane? Nanny Clampett's in the house. Got James rolled up in here saying good morning. Yes, 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 yes. I think I saw Jack Miles earlier. We got Mr. Al Walker. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right, all right. Let's see who else we have in the house. There's Debbie. How you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Frankie, how you doing? How you doing? All right, all right. Everybody's rolling in hot this morning. Alan, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Goldfinger. Every time I see that name, it reminds me of 007. Every single time. Hi from the Netherlands. Good morning, Goldfinger. Good morning. Good morning. All right. All right. The Ginger Jim. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? There's Terry. Good morning. How you doing, girl? Oh my, my, my. All these fabulous people rolling up in here. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Gonna have a good day. Gonna have a good day. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my, my, my. It's weather's nice out here in Florida. I mean, this morning when I woke up, when I went to let the chickens out, it was pretty foggy. And I was talking to Mama earlier, and she said on her way to work, it was really bad. So she had to take the toll road to go to work because it's a lot safer than taking the interstate. So she took the toll road this morning. I guess it's supposed to be foggy like crazy again tomorrow. But old Mother Nature has peeked out and burned all the fog off now. So it's really nice out there at the moment. Sun shining, chickens are running around the front yard. Oh, what do we got here? Simba, good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Christy, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Anybody else that I see? Okay, let's get caught up now that I went back as far as I can. Holy cow. So, guys and gals, please do me a favor real quick. Hit that like button. Teach old ScrewTube to throw us out into the interwebs. Double karma. I'm kind of here, but just lurking. Well, you lurk away, young lady. You lurk away. Have fun with that. DR in the house. Oh, what do we got here? Laugh Navy. Good morning. Hi, Mr. Coop. What's up? The sun is what's up. I mean, I sit at my desk. All right. I'm right here. Boom. Right there is the window. I mean, it's just there's the curtain to the window. I'm like 2 feet away. And during the morning time, oh yeah, by the way, I shaved the beard off, guys. During the morning time, the sun is coming right in this window. So it is toasty sometimes. That glass just heats up the office pretty good, pretty good. But yeah, I'm doing fantastic, fantastic. Laugh Navy. Yes, 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 yes. All right, who else we got in the house? Okie dokie dokie. Let's roll and roll and roll in. Goldfinger is more of a handyman with gold fingers. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I got you. I got you. Angie, what you got to say? Hiya, Coop. Love you from the UK. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right back at you. Love from the UK. Rickles, good morning, brother. Good morning. Great to see you all today. Happy Thursday, Rickles has to say. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, man. You guys just amaze me. Every morning you guys show up, you know. It keeps old Coop happy and keeps me coming back. Toby, good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Anyone that I've missed, I apologize. Just know that I'll see you eventually in the chat. I just want everybody to know, welcome aboard. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you may hail from. James, good morning. I'm in Daytona right now for the Daytona 500 on Sunday. Oh, wow. I never really got into the races like that. When I was a kid, it wasn't really popular when I was a kid. When I moved away, it seemed like it got a lot more popular when I moved away. Because when I came home, everybody I knew down here was talking race cars and talking races and all this stuff. And I never really got into it. I just never had a passion for it, I guess. Uh, D spills the tea, come rolling in hot with 5 gifted memberships. Woo, man, 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 man. Sue got one. KB got one. Oh, I can't pronounce that. Squidly. Okay, Squidly Wells got one. Wendy got one. And Unreal Aussie got one. Welcome aboard to all the new kooks. If you got a membership, please take time and thank Miss D Spills the Tea. And welcome aboard to all the new kooks. Absolutely awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, D. Means a lot to me. Means a lot to me, girly girl. Oh, and then we got Tammy come in right behind her with another 5 gift memberships. My goodness. My goodness. Sandra got one. Sharon got one. Splinter got one. Lynn got one. And Kimmy Kimmy got one. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all the new kooks, all 10 of you. So if you want a membership, please do me a huge favor and tell Miss Tammy and D Spills the Tea thank you if you are in the chat. And then here comes Michael right behind him with another 5 gifted memberships. Oh my goodness, you guys are gonna get me speechless today. Cody got one. Miss J got one. Teresa got one. And Mary's got one. And Beverly got one. So, guys and gals, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard to all the new kooks. Thank you, D Spills the Tea, Tammy, and Michael.
Thank you, my friend.
You guys are absolutely awesome this morning. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the jungle.
Don't forget, any of you guys in the chat that received a membership, you can thank Michael, Tammy, or Miss D Spills the Tea. Good morning, Harry. How you doing? How you doing? Well, I'll tell you right. I see Harry all over the place. And he's always been a nice person in every chat I've seen him in. And he really enjoys watching my wife and her crafting at night. He is in there faithful almost every single night. And Harry, I just want to say thank you very much. It means a lot to my wife, and it means a lot to me when you're hanging out with her. She loves doing the epoxy stuff. I wish that her channel would grow a little faster than what it is, but hey, it is what it is. It's a crafting channel. Those channels, they don't grow very fast, but she enjoys it, and I just want to say thank you for hanging out and showing Mama all the love that you do. It's awesome, man. Joan, good morning. Good morning. Susie's in the house saying, good morning, handsome Harry. Good morning, Mr. Al Walker. Oh, yeah, we got some good stuff to talk about today, boys and girls. I didn't get a chance to go over any motions yesterday. Ketchup popped in. We were going to go over some stuff, but then Jay decided to come in and just like a wrecking ball, just totally threw everything out the window. But hey, I was completely happy just shooting the crap with the two of them because we can read documents any day. We don't have to have them right then and there. But yeah, we will be taking a look at the judge's latest order that came out. I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before. He's not real happy with this John Doe feller. So we're going to do a little reading on that later on down the road and talk about that a little bit. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. All right. Who else we got showing up in here this morning? CK's in the house. How you doing? How you doing? Kelly, good morning. Good morning. Y'all are all awesome. Oh, you all are awesome. Welcome, 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 Kelly. Welcome. Man, have you guys gotten a chance to watch Tug and Megan over the past 2 days? Those two, I feel so bad for them because the trolls have been hitting them pretty hard, pretty hard. Tug was by himself. I think it was when Tuesday night he was by himself and they came in. That's when all of this stuff broke, all of this recommendation for dismissal broke. So he was fielding. I guess it gave some of these chuckleheads a little bit of backbone to come into the chats, popping off at the pie holes. But I just, if they come in here, as long as they're not nasty, just leave them alone. Okay. I mean, you guys can talk to them, but as long as they're not nasty, just leave them alone. They get nasty, they go straight on the no fly list. Now Megan last night, Megan had a heck of a time. She had fun with them. They paid, they paid, and they paid well to get their nonsense on screen with her last night. Oh, Harry, I am 100% Mama Coop's supporter. Well, thank you, Harry. It means a lot to her, man. It really does. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that show up to hang out with Mama. I have my favorites. Paul Voss shows up and hangs out over there. Susie hangs out. A lot of people, come in and out, which that's unexpected. But Harry, man, he is there from beginning to end every day. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It sure is. All righty. My four sons, good morning. How you doing? Hello, everyone. She says, yes. Oh, or he. I don't even know. It could be a he or she. I don't know. But good morning. Frankie. Oh, what's Mrs. Coop's channel name? I love crafting. It's Mama Coop. I think Paul might have the link handy. If not, I can run and grab it real quick. It's not hard to find. Just give me one momento and I will pop it up. She does a lot of epoxy crafting, Frankie. She really does. She enjoys it. She does her crafting Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, she drives her truck game. And then on Friday, they play games. And Paul never misses a game night over on Mama's. They it's like trivia they play, I think it is, but the audience can play along with everybody. So they have a lot of fun over there. I don't really get into the games, and I'm not really over there that much. So yeah, everybody that shows up and hangs out with Mama is awesome. It's awesome. Okay, here's Mama's link. I'll post it. There you go. There you go, Frankie. I just posted it in the chat, so grab a hold of it. Mercedes, good morning. I can't see you, but I know you're here. Let's scroll on. D spills the tea saying good morning to everybody. Let's scroll on up here a little ways and see what we got going on. I think I saw something come in from Susie. Oh, Terry gifted 10 memberships. Wow, or 5 memberships. I'm sorry. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. Oh, Gina got one. Charlie got one. Let's see. Frog got one, or Fog got one. Fines Worth Keeping got one, and D got one. Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you. Anybody in the chat that received a gifted membership today, you can thank Terry, D Spills the Tea, Miss Tammy, or Michael. Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you. And then we got Susie come rolling in hot with a $4.99. Harry is one of Mama's goats. Yes, she is. Holy cow, there's Miss Debbie Baker. Good morning, young lady. How you doing? She gifted 5 memberships. Let's see who got them. Oh, Toy got one. Ro got one. Sato got one, or Stato. David got one. And Lacey, or I get Lacey, I can't pronounce her name. She got one. Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you, thank you. How are you doing, young lady? You doing all right these days? You staying well and warm out of the cold? I hope you're doing fine, girl. All right. Who else? Johnny D. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, sir? Thank you so much, Debbie Baker, and all the rest of you guys that have sent memberships. I always love seeing the memberships come in because, yeah, they help the channel, but they also give back to the community that you guys all hang out in and chat. And it just makes everything just so sweet and so nice when you guys do memberships. All right, Jack, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Oh, now, guys, the chat's rolling, so just bear with me on some of this. I might miss some of your comments and stuff. Is Pickle Tink in the house? Did I miss her? Good morning, Pickle Tink, if that's who Paul is referring to. There's Johnny D. Hello, Mercedes, Susie, and he's saying good mornings. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wow, we got 196 fabulous souls hanging out to see what old Coop's got to say today. Yep. We're going to be talking about Judge here in just a little while. Now, this is Judge Hinkle. This isn't, holy caramoly, what? Oh, Rob, man, Rob, holy cow. Rob, now you got me speechless, brother. You absolutely got me speechless. Rob Pate just come in with 50 gifted memberships. Holy cow. Holy cow. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to read all of those. He has turned the chat flipping green, guys. Holy cow. Oh, I don't even know what to say other than thank you so much, Rob Pate. Thank you for the support of the channel. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, D Spills of Tea. Thank you, Mikey, Susie, every one of you guys. Thank you so much this morning. Oh my goodness, you got me speechless here. Oh, Darlene, good morning, young lady. Good morning. Let's get over here while this thing is still turning green and hit the old thank you very much and welcome aboard to all the new Coops. All right. Sweet Fly got one. My Four Sons got one. DR got one. Rob Pate even got one of his own memberships. Oh my gosh. Nanny Clampett got one. Mama Bear Leah got one. Venom got one. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Thank you so much for everyone that is gifted memberships this morning. It means a whole lot to me. That'll definitely help keep the lights running. I sure will. Thank you guys. Thank you. Jaws is in the house. How you doing, brother? Have a great day all time for the 3D world to take over. Well, you have a wonderful day. You have a wonderful day, brother. I hope you find a lot of happiness today. I sure do. Rob Pate, good morning, and thank you for the support, Mr. Al Walker says. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and then we got Susie rolling in hot again. Thank you all so much for the love to Coop. Thank you, Susie, for the $5 super chat, girly girl. Means a lot to me, just like everything else you guys are doing. It really does. It really does. Oh, I'm almost speechless here. Oh, man. I don't even know what to say now. Oh, Buffdo man, what you got to say? Many of the fleece crowd are decent people, and I can have good back and forth with. About third of psycho and diehards that are yeah, exactly, Buffdo man, exactly. There's a lot of good people on both sides. I know I refer to her chat as fools and morons and chuckleheads all the time, but there are some good people over there. I think they're just misguided. But like Buffalo Man said, there's a lot of them that they're there for the hate, and that's all they're there for. Plain and simple. Purple Peacock's in the house. What you got to say? Oh, can't wait to see what Hinkle says. Yeah, I got it pulled up. We're going to talk about it here in just a little while. We usually spend about the first half hour saying good morning, and Coop's usually getting the weather out of the way and the chicken news out of the way. But yeah, there are good people out there, and just remember, we have a lot of people that have left that side that have been absolutely remarkable. Like you take Peculiar Optics, for instance, and then you got Miyagi, and then you got Here and After, and you got who else was a Shell Bell, uh, Stacy. You know, she pops in and out every once in a while. I'm not necessarily going to say that they like Jeremy Hales, but they were wronged by Fleesa. So they, I don't think they're supporting Jeremy Hales, but they are supporting the ignorance, you know, that's coming out of Lisa. They have bones to pick with Lisa. Just put it that way. And they have turned out, all of them, Miyagi, Peculiar, Here and After, all of them have been so sweet and so kind in our chats that I'm glad you guys have all welcomed them with open arms like you have. They are just absolutely wonderful people. All right, Joan, what you got? Oh, you saying good morning? Everybody's still saying good morning. Oh my goodness. But Debbie Baker, thank you so much. Rob Pate, Tammy, Michael, D Spills the Tea, Terry, thank you guys so much. Susie, of course, always thank you, thank you. Much love to all of you guys. Mac, how you doing? How you doing? Well, would you like to be called Mac or Mark? It looks more like Mac to me. Like you can tell me. Oh, James, come rolling in with a $2 super chat. Good to say, James. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, James. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. See, you and I share something in common because that happens to be my first name as well. But the only time there's Here and After. I saw Paul telling her good morning. So good morning, Here and After. I was just talking about you. There you go. Here and After says, hello, fine people. Well, I'll tell you, I can't speak for anyone else's chat, but I can speak for mine. You guys are some of the most welcoming people that I know of. You guys are always here to have a good time, to talk, visit. I love everyone's opinions. The fact that you guys bear with me when I stumble and stutter all the time is just amazing. We're on this journey all together to talk about whatever we want to talk about. Yeah, a lot of it happens to be about Jeremy Hales. I can honestly say most of us are Jeremy Hales fans. So this stuff that affects him, we talk about it. All right. All right. What you got to say? Who else did I just see pop in here? Oh, Marlove, good morning. Good morning. I just saw you sneak in. French Psycho, how you doing? How you doing? I figured you guys would still be over watching the J-Man. I was watching him up until time that I had to go live. I was doing a lot of lurking, but I love hearing his commentary on this Daryl Brooks thing. It's pretty funny, pretty funny. Judy, good morning. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Man, everybody's up in here today. Wow. Wow. What you got to say, Jack? The sad part of Fed 2 is that Belithio told Jeremy to file it. Exactly, brother. Exactly. Jeremy wanted to add these chuckleheads to the first Fed 1. And the judge basically told him, hey, hold off. Don't do that with this case. Just you would be better off filing a separate case. I think adding the 10 people was a stretch. Okay. Nothing bad about what Jeremy and Randy did. It's his case. It's none of my business who he adds to it. But I will agree with Tug and Megan and most people out there. This was definitely going to be an uphill battle with 10 people. It really was. I mean, come on. You've got 10 people that you're having to battle with in court. Just think how long that's going to drag out. I don't think we would have even seen if it, just say for instance, it does not get dismissed. and it keeps all 5 defendants or all 10 defendants. Just look at it like this. We've already over a year into Fed 2. Imagine when the stay comes off and everything starts rolling again. We're looking at possibly a year to 2 years because he's got to argue against 10 defendants. That's a lot of time, a lot of money. Buffed old man. Where'd I go? Come on back here. Buffed old man, what you got to say? Would love to catch Jay live, but he streams right in the middle of my morning workout. May have to alter my lift schedule. Well, there you go. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. I watch so you don't have to, girly girl. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Matter of fact, I got your somebody's saying something to me. What do we got going on here? Oh, I don't like this one. I need to set my notifications, turn them off. Oh, it's just crazy stuff. That's what it is. All right. Okay. Some solicitor wanting something. We'll turn them notifications off. I watch so you don't have to. I read your thing you put out on the what was it? 2 days ago, I think it was, on the 6th, 7th, something like that. I did. I was going to talk about it yesterday, but I didn't get time to. But I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here, girly girl. Welcome. Let's get caught up. Nanny, laugh out loud. I just got a notification this morning when my package from Mama was weather delayed. Oh, weather delayed. Oh, okay. It's beautiful, sunny here. Maybe USP office went into shock seeing the sun. Right. But yeah, I watch so you don't have to. I'm probably going to be looking over your stuff today on the show. So if anybody on Facebook or has Facebook, go over and check out I Watch So You Don't Have To on Facebook. She puts out some really interesting ditties over there when it comes to Fleesa and her crew. And her name is justified. I mean, I watch so you don't have to. So if you can't stand listening to Lisa, you can get the best information from what Lisa says from I Watch So You Don't Have To. All right, let's get caught up. Okay. Morning, Mr. Coop. Morning, girly girl. All right. Judy, good morning. How you doing? Good morning from Indiana. Look forward to your lives every day. Well, thank you, Judy. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Yeah, we're just muddling on through over here. We're having a fun time. Yeah, we are. Oh, big dirt notification. What's up, my brother? How you doing this morning? Coop, answer your phone. That was me. I wanted to ask you about your car extended warranty. Oh, dirty. Oh my goodness. He wanting to ask me about my car warranty. That's not even right. Nope. So guess what?
FBI, open up!
Run.
All right, dirty man. They coming for you. All right. Nana Cat, what you got to say? Still not feeling well, but both cancer screening. Oh my goodness, girl. Well, I hope you do get to feeling well. Do they have you on radiation? Are they just doing testing right now? Because I've never had cancer, but I've heard the nightmare stories about it. I wish you nothing but, health and happiness with this. I hope they get you fixed up. So guys and gals, if you don't mind, keep Nana Cat in your thoughts and prayers if you pray. And yeah. Oh, what do we got here? Became a member. Linda, welcome aboard to Coops, girly girl. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Oh, what do we got here? Carrie, what you got to say? I had a jungle reel me once that my case was mine to lose. Oh, I had a judge tell me once that my case was mine to lose. He remanded my case after which wasn't a loss, but wasn't a win. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I think the bankruptcy that they talked Lynette into, I think that's going to probably hurt quite a few of them legally. I really do. And like we talked about yesterday, it's kind of weird, if you ask me, at the fact that here it is, Lynette is the debtor. She's the one asking for debt relief. You would think that she would be the very first one that would be deposed, but she's not. They're going straight for Fleesa for some reason. Okay, well, we all know what that reason is, but this is going to be some interesting stuff. I can't wait to hear more about this bankruptcy. I think it's going to be some really interesting stuff. What do you got to say, Harry? I can't stand listening to Lisa, especially that day when they thought they won, but they don't realize there's 14 days to appeal, right? Well, you got to think of it like this, guys. They've been in this lawsuit for a while. I mean, a while. I know me personally, if I was in a $4 million lawsuit, it would have me on pins and needles. My guts would probably be tore up. So even though this is a recommendation to have it dismissed, it has not been formally dismissed. I can understand why they're grabbing a hold of any little bit of hope to make them feel a little better. I mean, come on. You had Miltoast. He made his little debut about it, how it's been dismissed. It's been dismissed. No, Chucklehead, it has not been dismissed yet. Has not. Okay, you are still in a lawsuit until Judge Hinkle rules on this. So, yeah, I think they jumped the gun on their little celebration over there. Will Hinkle grant it? Who knows? I don't know. I honestly think if I was Jeremy and Randy, I would probably knock some of those people off of the list. I would definitely keep Fleesa, Bubbles, and Paint Chips on it. I know the rest of them have done some pretty awful things and said some pretty awful things, but those three, I think, have done and said the worst of it. The magistrate should have nipped it in the bud when the motion complaint was filed back, yet he waited almost a year to say something, right? I mean, there's still motions that he hasn't even ruled on. I think between the stuff with Dan Owens and all of this, I think he just wants it gone. I just think he wants it off of his docket. He's tired of fooling with it. But that's his job. There has been an injustice done to Jeremy and George. Why is this judge kicking it? He says it's because of no cause, no proof. Well, bullshit. You can literally listening to Megan last night when she got down to the stuff about Bubbles and the stuff that the judge said he had no proof on. Bullshit. Randy filed a motion with evidence in that motion. If he would have read that motion, he would have saw that, yes, there was proof that Bubbles contacted YouTube. Yes, there was proof that Bubbles contacted whatnot. That is interfering with his business. But that just tells me he's not reading all this stuff. But then when you got these boneheads filing these 150, 200-page motions filled with a bunch of nonsense, I think he's just tired of messing with all. Now, I ain't defending the guy. I defended him this whole time. I'm done defending him, period. As far as I'm concerned, he doesn't need to be on the case. Now, of course, Lisa and all of them, they're going to say otherwise, but hey, that's their prerogative. Because right now it seems to be he's in their corner over all of this shit. But I don't think it's going to end the way Lisa and all of them think it's going to end. I really don't. I think that there's going to be things down the road that's going to come back and haunt them. Because remember, we still have the Ohio restraining order. There's been a lot of stuff that's been done that Lisa is probably looking at getting pulled into. She says no. Well, we'll find out. We'll see, won't we? And then you got, of course, the bankruptcy. The money, I've always said that you want to show somebody, hey, you need to stop. You start messing with their pocketbook. I mean, you got Lynette. She still owes $3,350 to the courts in Ohio. She's not paid that. Eventually, they're going to come after her for the money. I think Jeremy's already got a lien on the property from what I understand. He may or may not have. I don't, I've said it before. I'm not 100% sure. I know he said that they have a lien, but I haven't seen any paperwork on it. I'm going to just take him at his word that there is. So until they are forced to come out of pocket or see jail, they're not going to stop. They are going to continue. Susie, what you got to say? Big Dirt, please call me. I'm in need of new insurance for my big wheel. Thank you so much, Susie, for the $10 super chat, girly girl. Means a lot to me.
Thank you, my friend.
All right. All right. How did I get on that page? I'm not supposed to be on that page. I'm supposed to be on this page. All right. All right. Let's go hit some hearts here real quick. Oh my goodness. You guys got that whole column just lit up. It's just fabulous. Fabulous. All right. All right. All right. Let's get caught up here. Tammy, good morning. How you doing? Can't wait for Fleece to ask the trustee if she donated and then say none of your business. Right? Right? That's going to be the funny part right there. You know, I don't know a whole lot about the law. You guys know that. I keep telling you that all the time. But I pick up on what people talk about and what people that are smarter than me have to say about it. And Lisa has continued to this day constantly saying that the courts are going to do nothing to her. Well, now they're jumping up and down with joy, thinking that this whole Fed 2 thing is going to get dismissed. I don't think it's going to be that way in bankruptcy. I think she's going to have to shut up and nut up. Okay. I actually think, because from what I understand, after talking to a lot of people, they're not going to ask her permission to subpoena her financial records. They're just going to do it. She has no say over it. Okay. And do I know for 100% fact that that's what they're going to do? No, I do not. But I have enough faith in what Jeremy Hales has said to believe that's what's going to happen. I surely do. I surely do. All right, let's get caught up again. But good morning, Tammy. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, hey, Joe, what you got to say? Belitho got his JD from Ohio. Star sucks so. Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. Why was the Owen stuff even brought into this recommended dismissal? That's a question for all of us we need to be asking. It had no bearing on Fed 2 whatsoever. It was a totally, completely different case. I don't understand why it was brought in. Oh, Carrie, what you got to say? I don't blame Belithio. He had an avalanche of evidence, and he was limited with respect to his case load. Okay. He obviously didn't read the case well, as he got a lot wrong. Right. I agree with you. I agree with you. And I think this is where Randy's appeal is going to point out all of the stuff that Belithio just kind of let slide that he didn't bother reading. Hopefully, Randy will point out the issues that need to be looked at, and Hinkle will look at it. I'm hoping anyway. It might be a different story. It might be a different story. Tammy, what you got to say? He's reading their emails through, according to Fleesa. Oh, Who's reading whose emails? Enlighten us, Tammy. Enlighten us. All right, let's scroll on up here, get caught up again, because I keep getting behind with you guys. All right. Judge showed his bias in sanctioning Randy and nothing for BBB. Also letting the flea bags run riot in his courtroom. I will agree with you 100% on that, DK. I really agree with you on that, girly girl. I sure do. I sure do. Oh, let's see who else we got here. Nana Cat, double karma. As a magistrate, he did not have the power to sanction BBB without him in his presence. Exactly, Nana Cat. That's something that Hinkle can do. Now Hinkle, as the main judge, he can literally sanction Bubbles. Now, whether they can collect off of Bubbles, that's a different story. But when Bubbles didn't show up for that sanctions hearing, I personally think that there should have been a bench warrant issued, because he didn't give good enough reason for the reason he didn't show up. He didn't show up because he knew he was going to have to come out of pocket with a ton of money. That's why he didn't show up. Had nothing to do with him being scared of being arrested. That was all a bunch of garbage that he was trying to push. And come on, let's think about it. He says he's got to be there for his kid for band practice, but yet they're gallivanting all over the place. Oh, okay. What you got to say, Jack? Belethio, Federal Vision, Judge Grudge. Yep, federal version of Judge Grudge. I don't know about that, Jack. I mean, yeah, he's not very good at what he's doing, but he hasn't actually let someone lie to him and then put a restraining order on Jeremy. If you remember, guys, Judge Grudge, that's exactly what he did. He literally let Lynette lie to him. He did not even ask the other parties if it was true or not. He just slapped a temporary restraining order on Jeremy. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. I think that's what got Judge Grudge in some hot water. Shell Bell, wasn't there something about Bruce having to be there in front of the judge for sanctions? Yes. Shell Bell, yes. The judge issued both BBB and Randy to show up in court in Tallahassee for a sanctions trial. And it was their opportunity to tell the judge why he should not issue sanctions on them. Well, Randy, he gave his explanation. He got slapped on the wrist. It cost him $4,000 for 2 motions that the judge deemed irrelevant. Okay. Well, Bubbles was looking for at least 4 to 6 he was going to get slapped with. You know, he was looking at an easy $20,000 in sanctions. So no wonder the guy didn't show up. He knows perfectly well what he did and what he was looking at getting in trouble for. That's why he didn't show up. Now, Hinkle, I don't know if Randy can force the issue with Hinkle on Bubbles not getting, with Bubbles not getting sanctioned. I would think that he could. Taking Randy's money and not taking Bubbles, that to me is very low bar. They should do it. But yeah. What you got to say, Carrie? Belethio slipped that nugget in about Jeremy using Levy County to flag the file. Whoa. To say, look at this, or look, it's this guy. Never know. If the courts are really busy, someone might have not noticed that tiny sentence. Oh, all right. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. Boy, you guys got some good stuff you're talking about in the chat. This is awesome. Shanemesis, good morning, young lady. Good morning. How you doing? It was Pensacola where BBB was to a beer, Mr. Coop. Was it Pensacola? Okay, Pensacola. I knew it was up there. I knew it was up there at the top of Florida. I couldn't remember. Thank you. Thank you for the correction, young lady. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think it was funny that Super Dave wanted attorney's fees. Yeah, I agree with you, C girl. But I think the funniest one was Saran Wrap, the bankruptcy lawyer, thinking he deserved sanctions for a case that he's not even involved in. Now that is hilarious. When I read all of that, oh, that was something else. I'm telling you, this cat has absolutely nothing to do with the thumbnail case. Nothing, and he thinks he needs to get paid for it. Why? Why does he need sanctions for anything? She brought the case. She dismissed the case. They applied for sanctions. They got sanctions. The only thing left we're waiting on is the total amount of what the sanctions will be, lawyers' fees and all that good stuff. And the judge has made it perfectly clear. None of that's going to be set in stone until after the bankruptcy. He's not going to let her out of this. So how Saran Wrap thinks he can get any kind of money, any kind of monetary value out of any of this blows my mind. Just blows my mind. That was absolutely insane. Oh, Randy paid his sanctions before he left the building. Yes, he did, DR. Now, see, that's what a real lawyer does. He steps up, does what needs to be done, and then he does his thing. But you take Bubbles and you take all this team of lawyers. Every time I hear that, it just makes me chuckle. This team of lawyers. What? You got Bubbles. All right. Him and MLS are the only two that I know of that still have their law license. MLS isn't even involved in any of this anymore. He's been absolutely quiet ever since he got put into this lawsuit. And then you got Bubbles. He's been MIA, bouncing back and forth for a while. But what team of lawyers? Oh, are you talking about Paint Chips, the felon, the one that had his license revoked, taken? And then you got the other one, Leslie, that supposedly gave up her license. Yeah, on the eve of it being taken. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. So that team of lawyers, yeah, I'm really going to listen to these people. The funniest thing about listening to these people is look at what they've done to poor old Michelle over there. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I have no love for Michelle or John whatsoever. Those two chuckleheads, they get everything they deserve from the legal system. They do. They've created, at the end of the day, they started all of this because they threw a tantrum because Jeremy Hales told them no. Just think how things would have turned out so much different. Oh, Shennemesis. What you got to say, Nana? The Cooper patient pendant. The Cooper patient pendant I have is hanging on the. Oh, you guys are talking about something Mama must have made. Okay, gotcha. Now I done lost train of thought. Yeah, it all started because they said they got told no. Just think of where chuckleheads. Oh, Mick, how you doing? How you doing, brother? Just think if they would have just said, "Okay, Jeremy, that's fine. I understand," and still brought the turtles, and still talked to people, and then next thing you know, there would have been no restraining order. There would have been none of this going on. Maybe Jeremy and them could have pulled in publicity and pulled in tourism if they would have just went a different direction. That's what I don't understand. Why didn't they just go a different? Why did they have to escalate things to the point of now they're sitting in a federal lawsuit and they have a restraining order on them? I don't get that. Yeah, okay, you got told no for a donation bucket. All right, but you were still invited. Well, you were still going to attend, or you could have attended, but instead you threw a fit. I don't get it. Okay, what does Shell Bell have to say? Somebody said she said something that was really good. So let's back up for a minute and see what Shell Bell had to say. Oh, the thing that immigrant or irritates me is none of the motions actually ruled on timely. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, people were putting in motions. They should have been ruled on within a matter of days, not never ruled on. I agree with you on that one. 100%. Okay, Frankie, Kevin. Oh, you talking to somebody. There are times that even constitutional carry can be suspended. Yes, there are. I don't know what you guys are talking about. If you're talking about the fact that John can carry while he's got a restraining order, I think that's going to be nixed in the butt once this Ohio thing goes through. Because remember, this isn't an all new, well, it is an all new thing, but it's all about contempt. It's all about them breaking the restraining order. It's not like a brand new case where they have to come in and prove that these people have done something. They're at the stage now where she's got to prove that she didn't do what Jeremy claims. So I guarantee this time, if this one goes through, I will guarantee you their guns will be removed, or they will have to be removed. They'll probably hide them. They probably won't turn anything over, but it will neuter them in a sense, because they won't be able to just open carry anywhere. Because if they tell the sheriff's department, hey, we don't have any firearms, and then the sheriff's department sees them out and about and they have firearms on them, well, guess what? You're getting in some doo-doo for that because you didn't turn them in. All right, what else we got to say? Chuckleheads, PMLOL. All right, let's get scrolled up here. Miss Carol, how you doing, girl? I'm late. You're never late. You're never late. If you show up, you're right on time. Good morning, girly girl. Let's get caught up a little more. Nana, Mr. Coop, sorry I was traumatized getting taped in my necklace yesterday, getting trapped in my necklace yesterday, and my son had to save me. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. All righty. I'll send us the information on that, and we'll see if we can't work it into the warning labels that she'll have to start putting on the necklaces. All right. All right. Lynn, what you got to say? There still would have been issues with them. Look at Northport, and they would have still caused JH problems. Yeah. Yeah. Looking at their track record, these people would have never done the right thing. I mean, we can sit here and speculate all day long that, hey, Lynette and Crook, if they would have done this or if they would have done that. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of they would have never done the right thing to begin with. They're not that kind of people. They're, in my opinion, they are losers from the word go. Just Jay Hip Raiders come rolling up in here. Jay must be done with the Brooks stuff. Yeah, guys, I did invite Ketchup to come on today, but she has got to go to the DMV. Once she gets done with Jay this morning, she's going to be running to the DMV. So you guys wish her luck. That's one place that I do not like going. It's always a pain in the butt, which I kind of, no, not really. The DMV that we go to is pretty fast. They're set up pretty good over there. Now, when you get down into the smaller towns where there's a lot of people that live in these small towns, now it gets to be a nightmare. I can just imagine what it is out in like California or New York or one of them big giant cities. What you got to say, Carrie? See, we all know the case in and out. Belethio just has filling to read. Right. Well, I explained that the other day. We're not judges and we're not lawyers. Okay. We're fans, and we watch all the stuff that unfolds on social media. There are several people talking about this whole thing, and the judge, all he knows is what's put in front of him on a piece of paper. are filed with the court. He doesn't know all of the stuff that they're literally doing to Jeremy Hales. Jeremy and Randy's trying to explain it, but he's not taking into account. I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. I've found some stuff that he said in his recommendation on a common sense side of it. I found some of it to be accurate, but a lot of it I didn't find accurate, especially the stuff with Bubbles where he says they showed no cause. If he would have read the motion, he would have saw the evidence right in front of his face. All right, let's get caught up again. Oh, Peculiar. Good morning, sweet lady. Good morning. We was just talking about you earlier, and it was all good. Yes, it was. Angie, good morning. Good morning. JJ Bean, I haven't seen you pop in yet. If you have, good morning. If you're lurking, good morning. I have my favorites. How you doing, girly girl? Nice to see you again. I was hanging out over there watching you guys rag on Jay for a little while. It's always fun watching the chat rag on Jay. Oh, Mr. Landfill, how you doing? Mr. Coop is the man. Well, thank you. Thank you. I try. All right. Peculiar. DMV is pretty sweet now. Yeah. Our DMV where we go, it's all computerized. So once you get in there, you take a number, and if you've got an appointment, you just walk in and sit down, and it's already up on the screen. All right. And then you just sit down, and I know the driver's license bureau in the town where I grew up, it was not computerized. And so you were sitting in this big room with a bunch of people. It was one place that you didn't want to be. Now, in the place that we go to in the town next to us, it's pretty big, and they're pretty fast. They're staffed very well. But, granted, when I was a kid, it wasn't computerized like it is today. Today, it's a lot more streamlined. But yeah, California and New York, I'd still hate to have to go into DMV up there. All right, let's get caught up. What do we got here? The Ginger Jim. The Antis failed to mention that JH didn't even mention LP and JC until months, if not a year. Yeah, it was over a year. It was over a year, Ginger. It sure was. After they started their crap, because it doesn't fit their narrative that he's only done this for content. Well, see, that narrative, that's a garbage narrative anyway. I mean, think about it, guys. When all of this first started, yes, Jeremy was doing updates every day showing evidence, screenshots, and reading stuff that he had, proving that they had been messing with him. Well, it didn't last very long, and he went back to his 6 days a week with his auction stuff, with his storage unit stuff, and he was only talking about it once a week on Sunday. Every once in a while, he would throw out a video during the week. So how is this for content? Explain that to me. I mean, yeah, he has a lot of people watch on Sunday night, but he also has a lot of people that watch his storage unit stuff all through the week. So if anybody's doing this for content, Lisa is the one doing it for content. That's who's doing it for content. Alrighty. What else we got to say here? C-Girl is saying good morning to Ginger Jim. JH, let it go until the signs. Jeremy had content before this. Exactly. Until the signs popped up, he pretty much kept quiet on a lot of this stuff. But see, it, like you said, it doesn't fit their narrative. Okay. If they push a narrative that shows Jeremy in any kind of good light, it totally destroys what they're trying to do over there. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff, because if you guys remember the stuff with the courthouse where they were screwing him on his water bill. Okay. Yeah. He talked about that. It was part of his everyday life. Would you want to get overcharged for your water bill? I know I wouldn't. All of the garbage they were saying about him attacking Mary, math is scary. Cough. Can I say BS on that one? Yes, I can. Jeremy wasn't attacking anyone. All the videos that I saw between his interaction between him and Mary, he was never rude. He was never loud. He was never screaming at her. He's never belittling her. He was talking to her. He was asking questions that she didn't have answers for. And the answers that she did have, she didn't want him to know about. So if that upset her, that's a her problem. I mean, she's lucky that it's not some little old woman that's in there just chewing her butt out. Okay. I think Jeremy handled it very professionally when he was talking to her about his water bills. They're small town. They're used to ripping people off, and they're used to nobody standing up to them. They couldn't stand it when Jeremy come walking through the door. I mean, granted, people are probably sitting there thinking, oh, what, $10, $15, you're just going to make a big scene for that. Well, you're damn right. That $10 or $15 adds up over time. You just take, for instance, $5. $5 of being overcharged, $5. 10 months, that's $50. All right. You add another 10 on, that's $60 a year. 2 years, that's $120. And keep going with the math. 4 years, that's what? 280. Yeah, something like that. 120. Oh, 120. Oh, 240. So yes, this just because it's a little amount doesn't mean that it's worth you just not saying something about. Oh, it was almost 2 years, Johnny D said. Well, I would agree with you. Megan said it was okay. I have my favorite. Megan said it was okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Faves. You'll have to enlighten me on that. All right. Denise, good morning. Good morning. JJ Raiders, come in. Yes, I saw him come in. Welcome aboard to all the J Raiders. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Kevin, what you got to say? Jeremy has said from the very start that he is not going to leave it to the judge and to decide this. Thus, his demand for trial, not even Hinkle can deny it if JH done everything correctly. Right? I'm not involved in the case. Okay. So am I a fan of Jeremy's? Yeah, damn right I am. I've been watching Jeremy for a long time. I love his content. Am I some sicko out here that just drools over thing that Jeremy and George do? No, I am not. I enjoy his content just like I enjoy watching the Nature Channel. Okay. It brings entertainment to me, but I'm not some screaming freak out there just chasing him down the road wanting something from him. Lynette and Crook, they were that people. They were those people. They saw money when they saw Jeremy Hales. I mean, think about it. You move your sickly kid from Northport to a town that has absolutely nothing in it. You move your turtle rescue from Northport, where it's a whole lot warmer, to a town that's a whole lot colder. They did not move there because they wanted to build something for the child. They moved there for one reason and one reason only, to stalk Jeremy Hales. That's the only reason they moved there. And guess what? It's been proven in a court of law. That's another thing they don't want you to know about, that they don't ever want to talk about. Oh, JJ Bean, if you're hiding out there, brother, good morning. Good morning. Glad to see you if you're in the chat. Let me get caught up here. I got somebody said something. Pickle Tank. Our DMV here in Jacksonville is a lot better if you have an appointment. Even walk-ins can be seen within 30 minutes. Right? Right? It's not like the good old days. The good old days, you basically took a ticket and you had to sit in there with all these little kids that were sick and running around, parents that were yelling and screaming at the kids, people yelling and screaming at each other. It was, when I was younger, it was very miserable at the DMV. The last time I was in our DMV, it was actually pleasurable. It was air conditioned. They had TVs rolling. People were pleasant. There was enough room where you weren't stacked up on top of each other. It's a lot better now than it ever was when I was a kid. Okay, Tammy, what you got to say? They called the sheriff department almost every time JH walked into Otter Creek Town meeting or when he went to pay his bill. I would not doubt that one bit, Tammy. I'll agree with you on that one. They considered it harassment by questioning the fact that they were overbilling him. They were making him pay over the amount that he should have paid. I think at one time Jeremy had said that it was like $22 a month, and if you went over a certain amount of gallons, then you got billed for that. So how can you explain him going over a certain amount when nobody's even in his house? He's up in Ohio for the summer, and his whole house is closed off. And yet he's getting overbilled for that, for water that he didn't even use. It's crazy. It's crazy. Mr. Landfill, what you got to say? JH did not fit into the good old boy. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Well, let's talk about that good old boy shit for a minute. I've been in the South all my life. Okay. Well, most of my life. Let me just change that. Most of my life, I have lived in the South, in Central Florida. There is a good old boy system. I don't care where you live. There is going to be a good old boy system somewhere, wherever you live. You might not have experienced it, but there will be somewhere. If you live in Missouri or you live in Tennessee or you live in any other state, there's always going to be that element of the good old boy system where we take care of our own mentality. Yes, I have met Jeremy. I didn't see a problem with him at all. He seemed very nice, down to earth, very funny. But the stigmata when it comes to the good old boy system sucks because they don't want to meet you. They don't want to get to know you. They just judge you based on where you came from or where you're living. And that to me, it sucks. It really does. I'm hoping that in the next couple of generations, a lot of that stuff gets weeded out. I don't think it will, but I hope it will. All right, what else we got here? Let's scroll on up. Where did it go? When I got my license, it took all day in 1984. Right. I think I got mine. Let's see, when did I get mine? I think I was right around the same time you did, Peculiar. It's either 84, 85, sometime in that era. Yeah, down a cat. Yes. Okay, let me scroll up here for a minute and see what we got. Torhild, have a good day, everyone. I'm logging off. Okay, Torhild, you have a wonderful day, girly girl. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I enjoy having you in the chat every single day. Have a good one, girly girl. Oh, T-Mobile downloaded TikTok on my tablet without my permission. Well, how in the world they do that? And then proceeded to tell me that it was not possible. Huh. Oh, maybe it's one of those things when you got an update. That's just one of the new things that get shoved in with the update. Maybe that's what happened. Huh. Like when you go buy a television set at Walmart now, one of the smart TVs, they come preloaded with all this stuff. I'm shocked that TikTok isn't even on TVs yet. Everything else is on those TVs. Probably because it's not a paid thing. Who knows? All right, let's get caught up. See what everybody's got to say. Oh, my wife, what you got to say? Taka, I have the plants for both my vehicles, or plates for both my vehicles. Oh, okay. You were talking to somebody. Gotcha. Got to end immunity first before that happens across America. Right. We were talking about that a little bit yesterday. Judges have immunity, and so do law enforcement. And I, from what I understand, it's not real easy to get their immunity taken away from them. Dan Owens, I think what Jeremy was suing Dan Owens for, I don't think that his immunity should have been an issue. I think that the way Jeremy was suing him, I think that the lawsuit should have went through, because Jeremy wasn't going after him because of something he did in his job. He was going after him because he was trying to overturn or seek evidence to overturn Jeremy's restraining order from Ohio. I don't think that's within his preview, however you pronounce that word, preview of his job title. I think he was overstepping. So with him overstepping, trying to question a judge and trying to have something overturned, I literally think that he should have had his qualified immunity taken for that purpose. But yeah, just the fact that he told the sheriff's department, no, you do not enforce that. That right there should have been enough for the judge to say, hey, what's going on? Bolito and Owens are not connected in any way. One is state, the other is federal. I'm curious, why do you feel that way? Well, let me scroll back up and see what Angie had to say. Let's go. Let's go. I don't think I saw it. Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh my goodness. Got a lot of. Well, Rickles, I didn't see her comment, so I'm going to scroll on back down. So enlighten me. Yes, they're not connected. Yes, he is state and Bolito is federal, but they're still within the court system of the United States. Well, in the court system in Florida anyway. All right, Nana, our town council impeached our mayor, and boy, did the good old boys fight it. Oh, I can imagine. Then we had a ruckus between the good old boys and the council members. Well, I hope the council members won, Nana. I really do. I hate seeing the good old boy rule. That's like this whole situation with Travis trying to get his power turned on. I don't think Zim had any right to do that to Travis. I honestly don't think that the town of Bonner Creek is even set up to be run like a town responsibly. They have too many loopholes. They have too many questionable things that need to be addressed and changed. There needs to be a new charter written out and adopted to make things more streamlined and like Travis. Travis kept going to Zim and asking him, well, what do you want me to do? And every time he did what they wanted him to do, they were changing it. They were moving the goalpost. Every time he would complete one thing, they would move it to something else. That's wrong. That is 100% wrong. All right, Susie. Oh, I have been there for just over a year. I do get there at least once a week, but that has only been the last few months before, and I have no idea who you're talking to, girly girl. Oh, Carrie, what you got to say? Guess the Florida business taxes Jeremy pays for his business are void since the judge called this in a business of vexation. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, Carrie. That makes sense. David, what you got to say? It wasn't just immunity. He failed the state, or failed to state claim. Oh, yeah, David. How you doing, David? He failed to state claim in the Owens case. The same with Fed 2. Go figure. I got a feeling it's going to change. I mean, I have not seen any paperwork on it. I've only seen a couple of people mention it. But when the state of Florida reaches out to Jeremy Hales offering a settlement, they must be worried about something. So there must be merit in something with the Owens case that we're not seeing or we're not aware of, because I don't know of anybody that's going to just offer a settlement for no reason. I mean, they already had the case dismissed. Why are they offering a settlement? That's the question you need to ask. As far as Fed 2 goes, I don't think Fed 2 is over. I think it's going to be restructured, but hey, that's just my opinion. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not in Judge Hinkle's mind. Of course, I'm not Lisa either. I don't have a crystal ball where I can see into the future. Oh, not enforcing a protection order could cost lives. Exactly. Exactly, Landfill. Exactly. See, that's the thing that I've been arguing this whole time. If Lynette and Crook were just two older individuals trying to just live their lives and never be messed with, I could see Jeremy not suing them. But they're not. They're evil, vile people. And when I mean this, when I say this, I mean, look at what John has done. He has literally pulled firearms on 3 different occasions that we know of. 3. One of it was on film. One time was against a family. Well, it's not really a family. It's a father, daughter, and a friend. The other one, I don't know about that one. That one's I just heard of. It was, I guess, done at town hall. But that older people in their age group don't just walk around pulling firearms on people. So these chuckleheads, they deserve what they got coming to them legally. They do, most definitely. They deserve the restraining order that they have on them. Oh, what you got to say? I was saying I have permanent license plates on both my vehicles. They never expire. I only have to pay if I move my plates. Oh, wow, that's wild. I know my mom. They came out with a thing here in Florida years ago to where you had your driver's license for so long, you could pay just one fee and you would never have to get another license. Your driver's license would be renewed every year automatically. I think I'm available for that now. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Oh, mama's home. Mama's home. I'm surprised that the baby birds aren't going crazy. Who said they offered a settlement? Peculiar. Jeremy had mentioned it on one of his videos, that something about a $5 million settlement. I don't know anything about it. I've seen nothing as far as paperwork on it. Jeremy mentioned it on one of his lives the other day, where the state had talked to him or trying to talk to him or wanting mediation with him. I think it's in May, or March. The state's wanting to sit down with him, and that there's been a settlement put on the table. I'm unclear on all of the details. I've only picked up a little bit here and there from Jeremy. I don't know all of it. That's just what I'm repeating that I heard from him. So until I have more information, I'm sorry, that's just what we're going to have to go over, or what we're going to have to settle with until we know more about it. They don't give money unless they know they are wrong. That's the Kitten Volunteer. That's my that's my look on it. That's how I see it. My son was at the gas station pulling the trailer on the truck, and I guess the lights weren't coming on. And then I got up, and the police were checking, saying it wasn't permanent. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I hope you got it all fixed up, Nana. I really do. Okay, where are we going? Okay, please be polite in chat. Thank you. Right on, Susan. I only have one rule, guys. Only one. You be nice or you be gone. That's it. That's just, I don't think I can get any clearer than that. And I don't think that it's a hard rule to follow. Be nice or be gone. That's just how it rolls. Oh, let's see. Tammy, what you got to say? The haters do not understand. You can't put all your cards on emotion or in emotion, right? But they want it. They want all of Jeremy's cards in the motions. That's the whole point. You put just enough to get it started. Then that's where discovery, right? You're absolutely right, Tammy. Absolutely right. I could understand this judge kicking this case after discovery, but he hasn't even seen discovery. Nothing has been put forth in discovery. In my opinion, Jeremy and Randy have given a lot of evidence that's just been overlooked. But hey, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. These are just my opinions. Alrighty, what do we got here? If JC can't see well, he don't need a bang bang stick pulling it out anywhere. Right, exactly. I've mentioned this several times. You know, I train twice a year. I'm getting on up there in my age, so I make sure that I train twice a year. I go take my classes to make sure that I'm qualified to handle a firearm. Okay. That stuff that John pulled, waving that thing around at Jeremy when Jeremy was in the street. Remember that, guys, where he was out there with no shirt and shorts on and he's just waving that firearm around? That is a big no-no. They teach you in these classes, you don't even put your hand on that thing unless you have the intention of pulling it out to protect yourself. It is not a scare tactic. It is not a tool designed to scare people. And you can get in a lot of trouble brandishing a firearm for no reason. So say my neighbor across the street pissed me off and I go in the house and I get one of my firearms and I'm out there and I'm pointing it at him and I'm threatening him and I'm waving it around. I can go to jail for that. I can get in trouble for that. But see, look at where they live. They live up there in Otter Freaksville. Sheriff's Department don't give a shit except making a paycheck. That idiot, it's insane. It's insane. I don't know. Okay, moving on. What else I got to say? MrCoop JH said the receipt live stream, he will not accept money. Right, Shenemisis. Yeah, he said he will not accept the state's money. The only thing he will accept would be his employees or the people that work for him to be set up for life. Possibly people being removed from their jobs. If it were me, I would sit down with them. I would give them a number, and the stipulations after the number would be, one, Dan Owens would never practice law in the state of Florida again. That would be one of my number one questions, or number one stipulations. He would never practice law in the state of Florida again. But hey, I don't know what Jeremy's going to do. I'm pretty sure that he will let us know when it comes time to talk to these people. I really don't know, but yeah, Peculiar, I hope that answered your question, young lady. If it did, I haven't seen you pop up since you asked that. So let me see. Maybe you did, because I'm always behind. You guys, you just going crazy in that chat. I love it. All right. Oh, there's Peculiar. Randy is the one who should know how much info it takes to get to the next step. You're exactly right, Peculiar. You are 100% right. But I think what the problem is the fact that Randy's putting in a lot of evidence and it's not getting looked at. It's not even getting read. I think that's a big part of this decision that he's made, or this recommendation that he's made. But hey, I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know. I do know going after 10 people is kind of a stretch. Me personally, I'd go after Fleesa, Bubbles, and Paint Chips. That's the only three I would be concerned with. I would deal with them legally first, and then after I dealt with them, I would then look at the others. But 10 people, You're looking at years of litigation with 10 people that you're trying to sue, especially if they're not all under the umbrella of one lawyer. You know, if they all have separate lawyers, you're looking at a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of nonsense you're going to have to deal with. But yeah, peculiar. I agree with you 100%, girly girl. Oh, what else we got? Scrolling. Oh, Bridget, just crazy. I have always had pew-pews, right? There should be mandatory for everyone to secure for all people that should not access, right? Well, yes, Susie, especially if you got kids around, I think they should be locked up. I didn't lock my firearms up when my kids were small because my kids were trained from a very young age to respect firearms. I am a firm believer that out of sight, out of mind doesn't work. Kids are the most curious creatures on the planet. And if they know you have something and they know you say you can't mess with or they can't mess with it, they are going to seek it out. They are going to find it and they are going to play with it. So my mentality when it came to my kids is I started training them around firearms when they were young. I mean, really young. And they knew not to touch because of the damage that they could do. But you take kids that watch all this TV and mommy and daddy's got a gun locked up in a lock box up in the top of the closet and the kid knows it's up there and all of the garbage that's on TV today, that kid's eventually curiosity is going to kill him. He's going to go looking for it. And if he's not trained to be responsible, he could get in some serious trouble. All right, let's move on with this. Let's move on. Wow. 306 fabulous souls hanging out. Could you guys do me a favor? Please hit that like button. Teach old ScrewTube to throw us out into the interwebs. And it doesn't matter if it's the like button or the dislike button. Either one, they both work the same. Okay? I'm not, how do I want to say this without sounding like an idiot? Which I always sound like an idiot anyway, but hey, I don't discriminate when it comes to the two buttons down there. It doesn't matter. YouTube views those two buttons as equals. So any activity is good activity. All right, Mod, what you got to say? If I were JH, I'd go for Fleesa and Lips for defamation, right? Now, see, I don't think that defamation was put on the board with the Fed 2 case. So just for shits and giggles, say Fed 2 gets dismissed with prejudice. Well, that just means he can't refile under the same terms, but there ain't nothing says he can't file for defamation, a whole new case. So, because I don't think defamation is part of Fed case 2. I may be wrong on that. I may be wrong. I don't know. Dan Owens needs to go back to school for lawyers and such, and then be demoted. Well, we saw the evidence. We all saw the evidence. Megan Fox, had all those emails, bought and paid for all that FOIA requests on all those emails. We've seen what the man was trying to do to Jeremy Hales. We've all seen it. That's why I can't understand why that case got dismissed. I'm still baffled over all of that. I mean, think about it. Only me, he was talking earlier that they have to show cause. There's been plenty of show cause shown. Whether the judges have seen it or not, I don't know. I have no idea. Mama Coop's in the house. My sweetie's here. She's sitting beside me, guys. Oh, look. JH and G just want their life and reputation have taken. And Mama's on her computer. Yeah, it just kicked me. But I'm back. I'm okay. You want me off? No, well, we'll pay attention to it to see if it kicks me again. Let's go. But it kicks me even when you're not on, so it's cool. It's cool. The clerk's writing needs help. Then she says in the filing that Jeremy sells stuff from storage units. Sounds very strange, right? Right. I really don't think they fully understand what Jeremy's business is all about. We've all talked about it in the past. Jeremy started out on YouTube. I think he was doing reviews back then of camping equipment, stuff like that. And then came into the filming of the storage units and stuff. He created a community. He built a community based on his YouTube channel. All right. At the end of the day, it is a business. It is a business. He is monetized. He gains funds from the monetization of his videos. Okay. Most of us covering this, if not all of this covering this, we are all monetized one way or the other. I don't think that Judge Belethio wants it on his docket anymore. I think he just wants it gone, because what makes Jeremy's business any different than a Fortune 500 company, say AT&T? I'm sure if AT&T were suing, they would get more respect than what I think Jeremy has been shown. And the sad part is, one of you guys asked earlier, why did it take over a year? That's a good question. That is a very good question. Belethio basically suggested Jeremy take this and file this. He didn't tell him to file it, but he suggested if he wants these 10 defendants, he has to file another suit. That would be the smarter bet. And then he's let it go on for so long, and it's not cost anybody anything except 2 lawyers on that side of the fence and Jeremy Hales. Lisa, Paint Chips, Miltoast, Raymond, all the rest of them, none of them's paid for shit, paid for anything. Not a dime. Haven't paid for one thing. Lynette, Crook, they haven't paid for anything either. It's all been Lisa's audience that's paid for her lawyer's fees. Oh, most people in that live in the county tech children. Yep. All right. Man, I've been chopping my gums up for a while now. You guys ready to look at this John Doe motion that the judge filed? Yeah, I like it. I think it's going to be interesting. Let's get it up here. There we go. Click this button. Put us over there. All right. Now, this motion was filed just the other day. What day was it? I think it was, February 11th. Just yesterday. Okay. And this is basically the Judge Hinkle responding to the John Doe motion. Order overruling objection to denial of intervention. Right. A non-party who has not identified himself and has no disclosed interest in this litigation, no standing, filed a plainly uninformed motion for leave to intervene, and now has filed plainly uninformed objection to the magistrate judge or magistrate judges. Okay. Order denying the motion. I have reviewed Dio Navo. Well, I guess that's how you pronounce that. The issue raised by the objections. The order is neither clearly erroneous nor contrary to the law. Okay, cool. It is instead correct. The only, he just told him flat out that he's full of crap. The judge just told John Doe, you're full of shit. All right. So, oh my goodness, this is funny. The only substantial question on the objection are whether the person should be required to identify himself and whether attorney's fees should be assessed against him. This order does not yet take those steps. It is ordered. 1. The objections of blah, 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 blah to December 19, 2025 order denying leave to intervene, la, da, 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 are overruled. The order is upheld. Okay, cool beans. Judge Hinkle, he's doing his job. He's rolling. Okay, number 2. The moment John Doe must not file any further paperwork under the pseudonym, but must instead use his correct legal name in any future filings. So ordered on February 11th, 2026. So I'm not even going to speculate at all. We all pretty much know who this individual is. I think he's just trying to play games. But if John Doe actually turns out to be who we think it is, he's just been told that no further grace is going to be given to him until he files under his own name. So I think that the Judge Hinkle took a tool out of their little let's screw with Jeremy toolbox. So yeah, I find that funny. When Hinkle gets involved and he lays down the law to these chuckleheads, I just find it very amusing. I really do. All right. There you go, boys and girls. That is the motion that the judge filed, the order that the judge filed. I guess it's an order. Yep, it is ordered that he filed yesterday. There we go. It wasn't long at all. Yeah, I butchered it up a little bit, but you guys all get the gist. You read it. You could see it. All right. Let's move on. What's going on over here in the chat? Wow, we're rolling right along. Mama Coop. Hi, D Spills the Tea says. Oh, indeed, not yet. Mod said, I don't know what you're talking about, Mod, but yeah, it's crazy down in Orange County. Florida carts. Yep. Orange County. I think, is it Orange? Where's Orange County, Mama? Isn't that Miami? Or is that Orlando? Oh, it's Orlando. I didn't think it was up. I don't know why he's talking about Orlando. Orange County, I think, is the Orlando area, if I'm not mistaken. But they're pretty wild up there in Orlando. I don't go to Orlando much. About the only time I ever go to Orlando is if I want to go to Bass Pro Shop. But they built a new Bass Pro Shop over on the outskirts of Tampa. So if I want to go, I usually go there. Orlando's a pain in the butt to get around in. I don't really care for Orlando. Now, if I'm going to, well, I don't go to Disney World anymore. But if I want to go to SeaWorld or the other place, what's the other place? What's the other place, Mama? Not Disney World.
Oh, Busch Gardens? No, Busch Gardens.
No, it's Universal Studio. Mm-hmm. If I want to go there, I'll brave it, but nah, I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Case got dismissed because the judge didn't know how to handle it or just didn't want to handle it. No more. Right, Harry? I feel you, brother. I feel you. I hear you. Let's get caught up. Sorry, guys. I'm just popping. Oh, what Peculiar had to say. Oh, she's talking to Voss. Voss must be swooing the women's out there again. Peculiar's throwing up them hearts. He must be being super Paul. Hinkle, please don't let us down and stop this madness, Mod says. Yeah. I see. I don't know how this works. Can Randy file his appeal and restructure the whole thing? I just don't know how it works. Belethio knows zero about internet law. I don't know anything about internet law either, Susie. But I know if he was watching and paying attention like we do, he would see what Jeremy's going through and what George is going through. Lisa and them want to cast blame on Jeremy. No. You stopped peddling rocks just so you could harass the man on YouTube. You've done some pretty vile things over there. I mean, you've literally had revenge corn on your freaking stream. Okay. The stuff that comes out of your mouth every day. You talk about love and happiness and you guys are there to help people. No, that's bullshit. You're there to create drama and run Jeremy Hales and George in the dirt. You might help one person here and there, but I guarantee the person you're helping, you're monetarily gaining from at the same time. Because remember the food cards, the food money for poor old Ray, the man that couldn't feed himself that you collected money for? Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, you better use mom and pop stores. Oh, yeah. I try and stick to mom and pop stores when I can. David, not sure why a lot of folks are moaning at the magistrate when it was Hale's own lawyer who failed to state a legal acceptable pleading. Well, that's just it, David. People are moaning and groaning because Randy did file the right paperwork. A lot of it's gotten overlooked, brother. I mean, it's right there in black and white. I'm sure you have access to the same files all of the rest of us do. Okay. When the judge is sitting there talking about there's no cause been shown for Bubbles, that Bubbles did not reach out to YouTube and Bubbles did not reach out to whatnot, completely false. It was turned in Randy's motion. The evidence was shown to the judge that he did contact YouTube, that he did contact whatnot on multiple occasions. This is what everybody's moaning and groaning about, is the fact that the judge hasn't read everything. But hey, when you have paint chips and you have all these guys filing all this frivolous garbage, that's what happens. I mean, come on. Why do you need to file a 130-page motion? No. But you have the right to your opinion, David. Only me. Yeah, you do. And I respect that, brother. You're not harassing me. You're putting your stuff out there. But yeah, we think the way we do because we've seen the motions. We've read the documents. There has been evidence to support Jeremy's claim presented to the court. The court is saying that there was nothing ever submitted, which is wrong. Oh, I highly doubt that MH could have a credit card for those amounts that she is grifting out without, or gifting without her husband being MH. Who is MH? I don't know. Marley Hughes? Is that who you're talking about? I don't know who MH is. But yeah, David, I welcome your chats there, brother. You're being a nice guy. You're talking. You're voicing your opinions. I love to see the chat talk to you. But please, guys, just remember, just be cordial. As long as he's being cordial, you guys be cordial. That's how that works. That's how life evolves as we all get along. Also, David, why is the motion was wrong? Did it take Plethio almost a year to say it was wrong? Right. I mean, if he would have been doing his job properly, why didn't he come up a month after Jeremy and Randy filed the motion and say, hey, look, you don't have grounds here, dismissed? Why did he wait for over a year? I still think it's got something to do with Dan Owens. Oh, the second amended complaint was 178 pages. Yes, because they asked him peculiar. They asked Jeremy and Randy to show cause of why MLS was in. So yeah, they had to refile it and make it bigger. Every time something gets filed by Randy and them, it's because these chuckleheads are saying they want clarification. So yeah, I understand that. Yeah, IBBB was overlooked for the sanctions he was supposed to be getting. Yeah, I don't think that's over with, Faves. Yeah, they've been dragging their feet on it, but eventually he's going to be sanctioned. I would hope. They just can't let this guy skate. I don't know how lawsuits against judges go, but Randy having to pay $4,000 when it was Bubbles was the whole reason why they were in court and had to pay sanctions anyway. Randy would be made to pay it and not Bubbles, and then just let Bubbles go. Could Randy file some kind of suit against the judges involved in that? I don't know. I don't have any idea. I would think that they could, because it was a clear sign of biased and, in my opinion, discrimination. Oh, David, Mr. Coop, didn't you understand the magistrate's recommendation to dismiss? He clearly stated a kind of legal argument why it failed. Yes, he stated his argument. Yes, I understood it. But the point is, he had no merit in it because some of the stuff that he put in there, he had evidence to counteract what he said. Belethio said flat out, there was no cause shown. There was no proof given. He was wrong. It was shown. It was in the motions by Randy and Jeremy. Well, Randy filing for Jeremy. Yes, I read it, David. I understand it, David. I'm telling you, my opinion is the judge had the evidence and ruled on something totally false because he didn't read the evidence. If he'd have read it, he'd have known that Bubbles did contact YouTube and did contact Whatnot to interfere with Jeremy's business. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, Astra, I'm going to say something that's probably going to be unpopular. I leaned more towards Jeremy. I was very disappointed and disgusted when Jeremy showed Tammy's picture and said what he said. Well, that Astra, I don't do stuff like that. I'm not going to voice my opinion on that. That's what Jeremy does is what Jeremy does. I just know that I didn't do it and I'm not going to do it. But he can do what he wants. Jeremy's a grown man. Del Boy, what you got to say? Mr. Coop, Paint Chip sending emails to the second judges has not been put on the docket, which is wrong, as well as we all seen emails put in their names. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Del Boy. I heard about that. It's the same garbage that Bubbles was pulling in state court over the thumbnail case and the Trespass 5 case. Same garbage. That could come back to bite them in the butt. We shall wait and see. Yes, we shall. The order was without prejudice. That argument cannot be brought again, correct? Right. Hereinafter. Right. If this goes through as dismissed, the motion or the what Jeremy's suing for, he can't bring up that particular part again. But I don't think that he filed for what was that? Defamation. He wasn't going after them for defamation. I think I got that. This is what he was suing for, was right here. Image, scroll. Here's the chart that the judge says. This is what the judge said he was basically suing for. Malicious prosecution, civil conspiracy on crook, FUTPA, whatever that is, Landman Act. I don't even know what those are. Torturous interference, civil conspiracy on Lee. And then you had Manskin was torturous interference and civil conspiracy. I don't see anything about defamation, slander, or libel in any of this. So I don't know. Just because it's filed with prejudice I don't think that it means that he can't resue them. He just has to resue them under something different, is what I think. But this one right here on the very bottom, Lethman, civil conspiracy, Florida sexual cyber harassment law. I think that one's not going to get overlooked. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I hope that answered your question. David, you have your own opinion. Yeah, we all have our own opinions, guys. That's why just because my opinion is different from somebody else's doesn't mean we should get upset with one another. We just agree to disagree. Okay. If we can't come to an understanding or middle ground, that's no cause for fighting with one another. Let's just agree to disagree and move on. Because rehashing the same argument over and over between two people that's never going to change their opinion, it's futile. It's not worth dealing with, because you're never going to come to a conclusion or a common ground. That's how I figure. But okay, let's keep going. MrCoop, JH is Marla Hughes. I didn't know she was married. And for everyone else, Marla Hughes is a widow. Yeah, that's what threw me for a loop when I was reading that, Al, is I didn't think Marla was married. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm scrolling and missing a lot of stuff. Chat has asked, why aren't all emails that have been sent by antis have been shown? Antis have all said they are emailing and calling Belethio. Your guess is as good as mine, Susie. Thank you for the $5 super chat, girly girl. Much appreciated. I don't know why. Well, just think of it like this. I don't think Bubbles emailing the courts would have ever been found out if the clerk hadn't have put it on the docket. So as far as federal court goes, if the clerk doesn't put it on the docket and the judge doesn't put it on the docket, we don't know if it happened. Yeah, the antis are all saying that they're doing this or had done it, from what I understand, but I haven't seen anything from the judge. I've only heard hearsay. I've only heard people say that they've heard it. I haven't seen any proof of it, so I can't really talk on that. Oh, I give up trying to explain, David. Play read. Yeah, Nanny, just, I mean, if you come to a point to where you know there's no impasse, just stop responding. That's how it works. It's no need in us getting upset. Just move on to something else. Talk to somebody else in the chat that you have a dialogue with. That's the way I see it. Oh, he's shown that they contacted, but have they stated the damages? Like so-and-so, correct, contacted with whatnot, and Jeremy suffered damages by having his contract offer of X amount of raise. Right? I understand, James. I figure, I see you. Kevin, what you got to say? I have my faves. Not only that, plus there is a felony recommendation charges and outside communication in front of it. Oh, yeah. I can agree with that. All right. Please be nice. We all agree, and the most part, but others are allowed opinions. Yeah, everybody's allowed their opinion. You know, just because I don't agree with your opinion doesn't mean I'm going to hate you. Doesn't mean I'm going to yell and scream at you. Okay, it just means I'm going to move on and talk to somebody else. That's how that works. I said JH is actually doing you a favor. If he wins in some of these cases, he's making you money go to where you want it. Oh, yeah. I agree with that, old school. I agree with that. Yeah. If by some stroke of luck that they do find money that didn't get spent by old Lisa, I'm pretty sure they'll make her turn that over to Lynette and Crook. So, and I'm pretty sure David told John, hey, go get your money from Lisa. It's your money. See, that's the things that I don't understand. I mean, everybody wants to, be upset with only me, and some people have the right to be. But he did tell John, go get your money. He has made it known that it is not Lisa's money. It is John and Lynette's money. They need to go get it. Why they don't go get it, I don't have any idea. I would be going and contacting every freaking law enforcement agency out there until somebody took me seriously. Because I'm sorry, a couple of $1,000s is a lot of money to a lot of people, but 56,000, 100,000, that's life-changing money. Okay. Granted, we all know that Lynette and Crook will just blow it. They don't know how to manage money. But for normal people, that would be life-changing money. And the fact that it's being kept by an individual that it does not belong to, well, we shall see. We shall see. Bankruptcy's right around the corner. I think we got less than a month. All right. I think Randy gave a lot of evidence, but he didn't fully explain what each piece of evidence was. Now, I'm not making excuses for Randy at all. But I don't think Randy's ever been involved in something this big. I mean, think about it, guys. You've got him representing Jeremy in the thumbnail case. You got him suing Lynette and Crook in Fed 1. And then, boom, here comes Fed 2, suing 10 more people. He's also helping out with the bankruptcy stuff. He's also helping out with the Ohio stuff. I mean, that's a lot of stuff that Randy's got to deal with. That's a lot. I mean, granted, Jeremy does have a bankruptcy lawyer here that's handling the bulk of the work. And he does have somebody in Ohio that's handling the bulk of the work up there. But man, Randy's involved in all of this in one shape or fashion. And so I bet this is very overwhelming for him. Okay, Liz, what you got to say? Belito said no more motions except for bankruptcy updates. So how was Randy supposed to answer the motions filed by anti-Hales? That's a good point. That's a good point, Liz. You got a good point. Seems like the only people that get away with filing motions after they've been told not to are the antis. Huh. Let's look at that for a minute. Randy was sanctioned because of shit Bubbles was doing. All right. These antis get away with filing motions after they were told to stop filing motions, but yet Randy obeys the judge, and now they got a recommendation for dismissal. Now, David, I will tell you this. A lot of the recommendation for dismissal that the judge ruled on, I do agree with. I do. But there are some things in that motion I do not agree with. I'm not saying Belito was completely 100% wrong in his entire ruling or his entire motion, but there was some of it that I totally disagree with him in. All right, what do we got here? Randy did make a few mistakes, which happens with so many different, defendants. Only is right there was no, exactly. Gotcha, Carrie. Gotcha. Oh, let's get all caught up again. All right, boys and girls, man, this one has been a long day. Let me tell you, some people never got the two wrongs don't make a right lecture. There you go, Peculiar. I agree with you. But yeah, boys and girls, tomorrow is Friday. Okay. The weekend is almost upon us. I will see you guys bright and early in the morning. You know, I'm on Monday through Friday, 11 Eastern Standard Time to around 1 o'clock. You guys have a nice rest of your day, and I will see you bright and early in the morning. I don't really know what we're going to have going on, but I will figure something out. I sure will. I sure will. So with that being said, boys and girls, you guys all have a wonderful day. And Coop's pretty much going to say, Coop out.